Well, Lisa, that was super cool, wasn't it? I love technology, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Let's Talk Networking. You never know when you're going to click a button and it's going to think and think and think. So I am so excited to have you here today, everyone. As you know, I'm passionate about helping coaches, consultants, and solopreneurs be able to network in the most dynamic and lucrative way. This week, all across my social platforms, we're talking about the concept of getting more productive and talking about hiring VAs, how to delegate and give up control maybe of some things to a VA, how to save time and save money. And today we're joined by an amazing virtual assistant expert. Lisa DeToffol is here with us. Welcome, Lisa. So excited to have you.
Thank you, Terry Lee. I'm so glad to be here.
Oh, super excited to have you. Let me introduce Lisa a little more formally to you all. So she is a certified virtual expert, a virtual assistant. She's a best-selling author. She is also a director at the RCRN Referral Network Group. That's awesome. You know I love networking. She's a collaborator and she does relationship marketing. She is you're like the president and chief everything at Tiger Eye Solution. Yes?
That's correct.
And she's coming to us from the Greenville, South Carolina area. So delighted to have you, Lisa. Lisa's at the end of her day, everyone, and I'm just starting off the next day. So we are at two spectrums of our day, but we're so excited just to have this opportunity to chat with you all. Lisa, I think that, do you not agree that in the beginning in a business, we might start off and think, I can do these things myself, and I'm not making any money, so I need to do these things myself. But there comes a day when you know you need help. Do you meet a lot of people like that?
I definitely do. Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't realize all the things that it takes to run a business successfully. And then they get caught up in all those things. And it kind of takes away from, their passion, the reason they started their business in the first place.
Mm-hmm. I think it is so true. I think it's so true. So let's talk a little bit about just for there's going to be people watching this that have an assistant. Let's speak to everyone. Like maybe there'll be something for everyone inside of our discussion. People who have an assistant, people who have an entire team, people who are just beginning to think about, oh my gosh, I've got to get some help. Or maybe it's just time to add another team member, right? How can you share with us some of the top tasks that you think are easily delegatable and that people should really get off their plate?
Absolutely. Some of those things that you don't enjoy doing: email and calendar management. Everybody has email and everybody normally has a calendar they follow. You can get help with that. Trying to manage an email box. We all have email boxes that are just overflowing. And you don't have to do that all by yourself. Social media is another biggie because all of us are on social media. We choose the platforms and we're kind of all over the place, but you can get help with that. You can get posts done for you, or you can actually get, implementation done for you. There's so many aspects and different ways you can get help with your social media. Follow-up is very important when you're a business owner. Because you go networking like Terry and I do, and you meet all these new people. You don't want to lose them. You don't want them to fall through the cracks after you met them. You want to follow up with them. So follow-up is really important. And bookkeeping. Everybody owns a business has to keep books. Well, personally, I don't enjoy the bookkeeping part of it. Yes, I know it's important, but that's not something I enjoy doing. So I get help with my bookkeeping, and you can too. But those are a few of the top things you can delegate as a business owner.
How awesome would it be to begin, especially the things we don't love, right? Especially the things we don't love, right? There are things that are in your wheelhouse and you should totally be doing, and there are things that especially if you don't love it, you should be giving it up. And the thing about bringing on a virtual assistant is this true? I know there are many different VAs who have different stances in how they run their business, but for the most part, you don't need to bring in somebody full time, right? You could have someone that, so talk to us a little bit about how that might look across the board. And
Absolutely. when you hire a virtual assistant, they are a professional. They have their own business, and you hire them just for the hours that you need them. If you want to hire a bookkeeper for your business, hire a virtual assistant that specializes in bookkeeping. And if you want her to do your bookkeeping 10, 20, or 40 hours a month, hire her for those specific hours. And she's only going to bill you for those specific hours that she's actually working for you. And even in trying to find the perfect bookkeeper, there's, a lot of them out there. Do some research and make sure they have, testimonials, reviews, because it's important to make sure you find a good fit for you and your business.
Okay, that is super helpful. Now, in my mind, I was going to ask you, how do we choose the right VA? So did you just begin to touch on that a little bit? And
Yes,
that's reviews and testimonials. Is there more? Oh, referrals from people, right? Okay, you go. Tell us more.
Yes. When you are doing your research or your homework, when you're trying to find that virtual assistant, make sure you look on LinkedIn. That's a very good place to find virtual assistants. Check out their website. See if they have a website. See if it's professional and up to date. And again, look at their reviews, their testimonials, what other people that they've worked with has to say about them, and what specific service they may have helped them with. Look at their services page if they have a website, and see specifically, if it is bookkeeping that they provide, or if it's, maybe 4 or 5 different services that they provide within their business, and if that's going to be a good fit for you, if that's exactly what you're looking for. And if they don't have a specific service on their service page, maybe reach out and connect with them and ask them, I'm looking for some social media help. Is that a service that you provide? Because it may or may not be listed there, but they may still be able to help you with it.
Those are such good tips. I would have. Okay, we're on LinkedIn. We're on LinkedIn, and Annabelle is with us. Hi, Annabelle. Glad to have you here. I would have never thought to look on LinkedIn. I guess it's because I network so vastly, and so I know so many connections to VAs. But how awesome is that? I think one of the best
professionals, so they should have a LinkedIn page.
Awesome. Oh yeah, no, I'm assuming they do. I assume they would. And I just think that the testimonials of people that have used them, hey, I'm looking for somebody, who do you know? And it's so valuable, right? So valuable. Absolutely. The fact that we know they did a good job, it's just incredibly valuable. So let's also talk about, we talked about what you could, some tasks you could give to a VA. Let's talk about, how does the VA save you time and money?
Oh, goodness, that's a good one. They can save you lots of time and lots of money. Let me tell you how. There again, being a business owner, there's all the different things and all the different tasks that goes into being a business owner and running a business. And it may or may not be those things that you enjoy. So when you're looking for your VA, some people may, think of a VA as another employee. They're really not, because they are a business owner themselves. They have their own virtual assistant business. And with hiring an employee, there's so many other things that would be included in that you would actually have to pay for, such as wages, taxes, benefits, office space, training possibly, for whatever task you want to hire them to do. With a virtual assistant, they already have an office space. They stay up to date on training because they are an expert in a specific area. So they're already well trained within the niche that they work in for the reason that you're hiring them. They pay their own taxes and benefits, so you don't have to pay any of that. They have all their own equipment that they use within their office space, so you don't have to pay for any of that. So you're paying only for the specific time that you hire them to do that specific task you need them. So that's saving you a lot of money.
It's saving you a lot of money. And the one thing that comes up for me is there may be projects that I just shouldn't be messing with, right? Where they have the expertise and they can do it much quicker and it's going to be a much better result, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So there's so many benefits. And so for people that maybe there was something Lisa said, there was things she got me thinking of when she was talking about the things you can delegate. I'm like, I should really not be doing that. So I hope
doing all the things. You don't have to do the things yourself.
Well, and you can continue to give up the things, right? And it's not about giving them up. It's about, oh yeah, that too, right? For me, there may be people listening that my intention was that everyone could get something out of this. So maybe there was something, oh yes, I could delegate that. Maybe you are just really, this post caught your eye because you're ready to look for someone or you're ready to add another team member, right? There are VAs that I have come to know who are specialists in, as she said, there might be a bookkeeping specialist. There might be people who are graphics specialists. There are specialists of all kinds that can come aboard and help you with a project or be a part of your team long term. So if you have resonated with what Lisa was sharing, you love her expertise. I know that if anyone is entrenched and knows what she's doing in such a great way and can assist you, it's Lisa. So I just want to invite you all to connect with Lisa. Lisa, what is the best way for people to find you?
Of course, they can find me on LinkedIn. I do have a profile there, and I'm also on Facebook and Twitter, and my website is tigereysolution.com.
Awesome. So please reach out to Lisa and let her know that you would love to chat, that you have questions. I'm sure she would love to hear from you. And then Lisa and I have a special invitation for you. If you look at the post that goes with this live, we are inviting you to our virtual team global gathering that's happening. It's this Thursday, North America time. It is Friday morning for Melbourne and Sydney. Let me see. Thursday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, Melbourne, Sydney, Friday at 9 a.m. And we're going to start off with 60 minutes of global online networking. Come on in and make national and global connections with ease. We would love to introduce you to our extraordinary global community. And then following that, we're going to have a panel with Lisa and Dean Pasco and Joey from Virtual Live. We will be talking more about all these things and more so that you too can get more done and be more productive. So we would love to have you attend. You can catch the replay if the time is not great for you, because this panel I think will be extraordinary if this is something that is of interest to you at this time. So register at VTEAM Gathering. That's there in the post. That's vteamgathering.com. And we would love to see you there. So Lisa, I get to see you twice on screen this week. I'm excited.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks for being with us here this evening. You have a great rest of your evening.
Thank you.
Yes, everyone have a great rest of your day. And I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow at the next edition of Let's Talk Networking. Bye, everyone.